See, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was born people rob your house for a crack pipe in their mouth. Well, hookers carry blades in their pouch in case they gotta cut a John down south. The streets breed out, so many end up 30-something still asleep on their mom's couch. When my cousin Christopher Jones got murdered over some bullshit that even now is still hard for me to talk about. I'm from where sugar water and penny candy became delicacies because food for my family was always a scarcity by the end of the week. Where masculinity turned to a frail physique, as many cause of hunger fell into a deep sleep, while others preyed on the weak like wolves among sheep. Where African kings fell from glory like 12 stories, and became murderers and thieves because they were stripped of their identity and killed for their dreams like Martin Luther King. Yet they call us villains. But why they don't mention how we were kidnapped and starved to death on the lower decks of slave ships, brought to North America and treated like domestic pets, treated lower than a human being would expect. Survival of the fittest was all that was left. Look in my eyes and see over 400 years of death, whips and chains that scarred my back and my chest, as Willie Lynch's letters was put to the test, as light-skinned males were pitched against their dark-skinned brothers, as babies sold into slavery were snatched from the arms of their crying mothers, as my great-great-grandmother's mother was repeatedly beaten and raped under the master's covers. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow when the truth tastes so bittersweet, when the pain feels so deep, that I can still hear the screams of little baby Africans who were either strangled or beaten to death with wooden paddles because they were too young to survive the slave ride across the transatlantic channel. When the pain feels so deep, that I can still feel the cuts from the shackles that bruised my ancestors' wrists and ankles. When the pain feels so deep, that every time I write about one of the greatest capers to affect black people in America, my pen bleeds all over my fucking paper. They call us villains. But in every fabric of our society, the seed of racism has blossomed. While ignorant Americans want to play possum, like the subject of racism really isn't a problem. Like racism did spark dictatorships like Hitler and Stalin. Like black people are not still regarded as thugs and robbers to be approached with caution. Like white people are not treated dominant with a good head start in life, while a majority of us blacks start at the bottom with few role models to follow. See, this is the result of a biased economic system that keeps the rich with a fistful of dollars, while the poor work their ass off hoping their light to be on tomorrow. So I say this respectfully, it's not all white people, but all of white society that disrespects me. By keeping big brother's eye on me, like when I walk in the store and the owner eyes be following me saying, "Hey, hurry up and buy from me." Here, where justice is supposed to be blind, I now recognize the subliminal madness enforcing the bigotry that sometimes only the third eye can see. As we're portrayed in movies and TV as gangsters and villains, or as fools in comedies. With little or no education and low-life expectations, we are set to fail from the day we are born. That's why many of my ignorant brothers end up inmates in prison, then students in college dorms. And yo, I am so tired of trying to fit into a status quo whose fundamentals were never designed for me and my people. And I can't even say it's unconstitutional because the forefathers owned slaves as well. For our heritage has been severed and pulled out by the roots, so being associated with Africa for blacks is now considered taboo. But we have bought into the lie that good hair and light skin is what's acceptable, but no matter how much we conform, we're still viewed as criminals. As our presence becomes transparent in the reflection of our mirror, changing us to something unfamiliar. For we are ghosts, and racism in our society is the silent killer. Yet they still call us villains.